Echo 3-1, Viper 1-1 on approach, ready for tasking. What's your position?
Roger, 7-1. Target acquired. Weapons free in 5 seconds.
Good evening, peeps. And if you are joining us, you're of course joining us as always for the Sunday recap show for season 3. And you are joining myself and NSeeker707. How are you, Seeker?
Hello, I'm good, thanks, and yourself?
You all good? You all good?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yay! Okay, so tonight I'm going to do it earlier. I'm gonna give you a moment to finish that sentence now. But last week I did this later on in the show, and I got a message saying, you should have done it earlier. So now tonight I'm going to do it earlier. So guys, what you are looking at in the background, coming to us courtesy of Early Access Activision, is all the video cinematics for the entire campaign, season 1 to season 4 for Call of Duty. So if you haven't played the campaign, this is your spoiler alert. Close your eyes whenever the material at the back is running. There we go. So now I've done my spoiler alert early. No messages. See? Sorry, Siki.
Yes, and we did receive the question. Can we please have this again, because we didn't see it. There was too much going on the screen last week. So
yeah. So last week we didn't show it a lot because we had a lot of other slides and stuff, right? And so that's why you guys are seeing this, and I gave my spoiler alert early, but I also interrupted you when you were telling me how busy you were this weekend.
No, I was just saying it's been a busy week. It
has been an extremely busy week, and you almost did the recap show tonight without me, didn't you?
Yes. Someone fell asleep.
Yeah, okay, but I mean, I've got to explain why, right? So I'm this afternoon, I found a book. Well, there's this like super great author that I'm reading, right? It's a guy by the name of David Jamel, and he writes sort of fiction books and that sort of stuff. And I've read a couple of his books, and I happened to over the weekend in one of these little, shady little bookstores. I happened to find number 8 in the series. Then the last book that I read was number 7, so I was very happy, and I found the book. It's called Winter Warriors, and it's so far it's been pretty good. But this afternoon I thought, let me just lie down a little bit and have a good read, and then I woke up in a daze with the sun gone. And I was like, what time is it?
Missed calls from Seeker, so I guess you were good.
Yeah. So the first thing I did is picked up my phone and was like, did I miss? Please tell me I didn't miss it. So and of course, please don't judge that's the quality of the book, right? It was just a long day. And the book was quite relaxing. Very good author, actually. So that's why you almost did the show without me. But other than that, Seeker, what has the week brought us? The week brought us a weird update for our Xbox players, didn't it?
It did. So for those of you who aren't aware, there was an update this week, and Xbox players got a bit of a surprise. I feel very bad for them.
Yes, I
got
a
surprise,
big surprise.
So I think the update was under a gig for PC players, just over a gig for PS4 players, and the the Xbox players got a 66 gigabyte update.
Yeah, no, that's I reckon that is going to qualify as a slightly more than a bit. of a surprise. I actually saw
Yeah,
some
look, I mean,
posts on social media I think it was Saturday
yes,
morning.
people very upset.
Very, very upset players on Xbox that were like, "What is this now?" Right?
Yeah.
So,
Look, it didn't increase the size of the game overall, according to Infinity Ward. It was just a case of they couldn't do the patches on the Xbox system like they could do on the other systems. And
yeah.
unfortunately, what ended up needing to happen was the Xbox players needed to download or re-download certain parts of the game
Yeah, but
in order to replace them.
as I understand, that was also something to do with the Microsoft security features or something.
Yes.
So there was some Microsoft security feature that didn't allow the patches to be done, and then they had to like sort of find a workaround. But I guess, if you had a 60 gig, or well, not 60, but 45 gig update the week before, then I reckon a 60 gig is a bit of a surprise,
It's a
right?
little bit much.
It's
A
like
little bit
boom,
much.
here's another
I
60.
know there's
The game
yeah,
that keeps
there's
us
a few
giving.
there's a few players who actually haven't been able to play this whole weekend now because of it. They're still busy doing
Yes,
the
and
updates,
of
so that's quite
course,
sad.
well, look, I mean, I want to say of course, but now it looks like it might not be a problem. Although I don't want to be too sort of loud about it, but of course, over the last 2 weeks, we've also been facing the age-old load shedding challenge, right?
It's not.
And for the moment, though, it seems that that's a little bit lighter, and that they look like they it won't influence us too much. But I heard somewhere over the weekend again that it might be back from next week. So let's see, right? I mean, I'm hoping not, obviously. But I mean, who knows, right? So guys, if you're out there and you're playing, remember to check your schedules, right? Who
Yes,
knows?
definitely. And check that. Don't just assume that because it started on stage 2 this morning that it will be stage 2 later. Check it again later.
Yes,
Because
yes.
we had it, I think it was on Friday where it actually jumped down to stage 1 and it actually changed people's schedules.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely. So
yeah.
it does do that, right? Hey, and speaking about stage two load shedding, and stage two country, ne? Ish.
Yes. And Tuesday is coming. Guys, Tuesday is coming.
Tuesday, I will be there outside, looking like I'm at a rock concert with my lighter in the air, and I will be
Yes.
waving it in front of the BP and waiting for them to open the doors.
I actually had a conversation with one of the guys at the petrol station today, and I was like, "Okay, so when are you packing out the cigarettes? Because I'm going to be first in line for this."
I mean, seriously, right? Well, although, in saying that, the last time we also got this little nasty surprise after it was announced, right? And then
No,
suddenly
no,
it
no. We
wasn't
don't speak of
available.
NDZ.
All I'm saying is that
We do not.
Tuesday,
No.
Rockstar Yaku outside the door of BP with my light out. That's it. That's what I'm saying. All good, all good. But other than that, I think I mean it's been a interesting week, with the load shedding and the lockdown and all of these things and the updates and things going on. And of course, we finished off week 12, right? So in all essence, 2 weeks left until the finals. So I mean that's not a lot of time. I mean we are really now right at the end. 2 weeks left, and then we will go to finals. And at this point, again, it's the teams that are in it at the moment, or the teams that have pushed through, that have played hard, and that has managed to keep their teams together for a period of 12 weeks, which doesn't sound that hard, but it is actually a lot harder than it sounds.
Yes.
There we go.
It has been trying. I just want to say we are obviously well done to the teams that are still in it. We do appreciate that you sticking around.
And that you managed to
making the
keep your
effort.
team together, right? To
Yes.
compete. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's that. But guys, if you have joined us tonight, thank you very much for joining. We really do appreciate your support. Of course, you are joining us for the weekly recap show, and this is on season 3, and we are recapping week 12. Now, speaking about people who's joined us, Sika, who has joined us on the chat?
All right. Let me scroll up here quickly. Right, so we have Lisa, Little Green Monster. We've got Mr. White is here. Wanda's here. Shady Loca. Of course, Floofy is here. Floofy having some issues with the Wi-Fi at the lodge he's staying at, but still supporting, which is great. We've also got Shady Monster, Chatty B, Black Sailor Ranger. Hello, Gerald. We've got Vixen RSA Robin in the chat. And we have Gummy Bear.
Vixen joining again because there's maybe a sneaky prize that she wins during the show. I don't know. Of course, last week we gave away that absolutely cool collectibles, right? And Vixen was one of the surprise winners, right? Of course, the main winner there was Rosie. He won it, and we're very happy for him. Yeah, Deadshot, and we're very happy for him. And then the collector decided that he wanted to do like a little spot prize on the stream, right? And of course Vixen won that. So Vixen back this week just to check. Maybe there's a little something. Anyway. All right. So, Sika, should we get on to this week's, where are we going to start? Are we going to start with results, right? Let's start there. Now, of course, guys, this week there was no Division 3 and 4 games being played. So tonight we will look at Division 1, 2, 5, 6, and 7. Those are divisions that we will look at. And I'm going to start actually at the top at 7, and I'm going to pull up those results for you. So, of course, we are talking about Week 12, and in Week 12, we had 2 games there in Division 7, the first being between Predators and the Notorious Thugs Regicide team. And the Predators actually taking the win there with 750 points over the 460 points of TNT Regicide. The second game there was played between Rex, Rise of the Expendables, and they took the win with 750 points over the 414 of Digital Devil Gaming Alliance. And actually, from what I understand from Rex, they said that was actually a bit of a tough game, but they still managed to pull the win there. So well done to them. Moving off from Division 7 then and on to Division 6. Division 6, there was only one game played. This was between TNT Osiris, or the Notorious Thugs Osiris, and they played against the team of Zold. Zold, of course, this week having a bit of a manpower problem. And they had to call in some of their subs, but they still managed to make the game there. And TNT taking the win, 750 points over the 450 of Zold. That was Division 6. Division 5 then. In Division 5, we also had one game there. That was between B1 Gaming and, of course, Ball, Brothers on a Rampage. And interesting score there, but B1 still taking the win with 741 points over the 535 of Boar. So well done.
From what I understand, that was a very close game.
Yes. Look, if one team doesn't manage to get to the 750, it means that there was at least one map in there that was taken away from them. So I understand a close game as well. So moving on then, of course, as I said, there were no Division 3 and 4 games this week. So moving on to Division 2. And in Division 2, the first game there was between LLG, or Lifeline Gaming, and Gunslinger Girls, so GSG. And I actually watched that game. And to be fair to LLG, the score doesn't show how well they played. But also fair to the girls played very well. So GSG taking the win there, 750 points over the 321 of LLG. And actually, Siki, you played in that game as well, didn't you?
I did. LG did play really, really well. We were in a groove.
and there was an interesting stream done. It was a stream done, I think, by PWPK, if I remember correctly.
Yes, so Raven did the stream for us. Yeah.
Raven, yes, and I've actually not watched the stream by Raven before, and I quite enjoyed that, to be honest. So I really
enjoyed it because it was like Radio 2000.
It was like Radio 2000. Dit was daar gaan hy met die bal en hy hardloop tot die kwartlyn en daar word geskop.
Wow.
It was absolutely brilliant. I loved it.
So South African right there.
I'm telling you. And so we will have a chat to Mr. Raven again and see if he can do some other streams for us as well. It was really great watching him, and I enjoyed watching the game as well. Then the second game there was between Elite Motion Esports and First in Battle. Of course, First in Battle taking the win. They were 750 points because of the forfeit. And the last game there, Project Alpha Tarkmach, and they played Dark Divine Gaming. And Dark Divine taking the win there was 750 over the 202 of Project Alpha. Moving on then to your Division 1 teams. And there were two games in Division 1 this week. The first was between Evil Maniacs, and they versed, of course, Vendetta Gaming, who is the champions of Season 2. And I heard that was hard. I heard it was it was a hard game. But Vendetta taking the win there, 750 over the 443 of Evil Maniacs. And I mean, Siki, you can agree, right? That's why Vendetta won Season 2, ne? It was a difficult game, Season 3. And it was a difficult game in Season 3 for you guys to play. But I think you played well. I mean, I managed to watch the last part of this as well. And
no, it was heartbreaking.
It was hard. Nice. And then of course, well done to Untamed Beasts there. They played Phoenix Warriors, and Untamed Beasts, or UB, taking the win, 750 points over the 526 of Phoenix Warriors. There we go. That is all the results for last week. Now, of course, with results, there is a whole host of let's call them good players, right? Or players that stand out. But I think before we go to that, Sika, is there anything in the chat that I need to be aware of or need to point out?
No, I think Gerard just stirring the pot a little bit there.
Let me see what Gerard, you're stirring the pot there, buddy. Right. Seekers, I'm going to hand over to you then for the top players. And I assume you are going to start this week at Division 7.
I'm going to start this week at Division 7.
Nice. It's
right.
on the screen for you.
All right, so Division 7, Week 12, top 3 in the score. Thought Patrol from PDT with 17,320 points. Acebad 123 from TNT Regicide with 16,995. And Mushu from Rex with 13,780. KD ratio this week, Jazza Zim from Rex with 1.70, Ziggy from TNTR with 1.66, and Dragon PDT from PDT with 1.60.
Wow, so in this division this week, no duplicates, right? Nobody in score and KD, all different players.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like a bit of a hard week, that one, I think.
Nice.
Teams nicely matched up there.
Sweet. Division 7 is off and Division 6 is on for you.
Right, so this week, Division 6 for Week 12. Surge from TNT Osiris, 12,690 points. Ghost 4591 from Zold with 11,900. And Omen very closely behind from TNT Osiris with 11,500 points. In KD ratio, we have Ghost 4591 from Zold there with 2.04, Surge from TNT Osiris with 1.59, and Bafukta Chad from TNT Osiris with 1.44. What a lovely name.
I wonder if he gave himself that name. Right? I'm just wondering, right? Because then, I can add that to mine as well. I'll have a vote. Who wants that added? I don't know. Right, moving off Division 6 and on to Division 5 then.
Right, so Division 5 this week, Week 12, score-wise, Prexy from B1 Gaming, 20,880 points. Bender from B1 Gaming with 17,940, and Killer from Boar with 14,550. KD ratio this week in Division 5 belongs to B1 Gaming. Wizzy with 1.75, Prexy with 1.67, and Bender with 1.29.
Yeah, gotta call out Prexy and Bender there again. We've been seeing these guys in their division in the top 3 constantly. So again this week in both score and KD, right? So well done there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Stepping off Division 5, and of course, as I mentioned earlier, there were no Division 3 and 4 games this week. So moving on then to Division 2.
I just want to take a moment to appreciate the fact that it was Women's Week this week.
Okay, so let me take this off the screen then. Right, tell us what you are appreciating.
No, you can put it back on the screen.
Should
It's not
I
a
put it
problem. I
back
just want to
on?
appreciate that it was Women's Week this past week because obviously with Sunday being National Women's Day and Monday being a public holiday because of that,
Yes.
GSG dominated Division 2 this week.
Oh, that's what you
The
want to show.
girls
I took it off
did
because I
an
thought you
amazing job.
wanted to say something else, and then I just realized that oh man, all of the scores in Katie's year are all the girls. Well
All the
done.
girls, all of the
Nice.
girls.
Right, go for
Right.
it.
So Division 2 for week 12 score-wise, Zenith with 16,065 points, Sea Queen B with 14,895, and Vulcan 773 with 14,380. KD ratio this week, of course, still going to GSG. Zenith with 3.16. She played an amazing job she played an amazing game this week. We've got Little Green Monster, Lisa,
Boo.
also from GSG, of course, who is our ruthless leader.
Was Lisa running Kelly sticks?
No candy sticks.
Just checking.
So Little Green Monsters, Katie, they were 2.15, and sneaky little N-Seeker 707 there with
Hey.
2.07.
Look
And
at
I also just want to
you.
appreciate it's 2.07.
Look at you. Nice. Well done. I should start playing for a team. I don't know who will want to adopt me. I'm not that good, right? So I also want to be there. Okay, but well done. Nice.
Oh, well, fantastic job this week, ladies.
Absolutely.
I'm so proud.
Absolutely dominated there by GSG, both score and KD, right? So well done to the girls. Nice. Moving off Division 2 then and on to Division 1.
All right, so Division 1 for week 12. Ruben Reaper from UB with 18,075 points. And Toxic Venom 24, also from UB, with 17,325. And then we have Pegasus Stark from VDT, who is impossible to kill, I just want to say, with 17,155.
I assume this was
just
off
thought I'd
your...
throw that in there a little bit.
I thought this was off your... is this off your evil game, right?
Yes.
It just
Yes.
it's one of those guys you just
Sure.
can't. You keep shooting at him,
he's
but
everywhere.
never on him.
The guy's everywhere.
Uh,
All right, and then KD ratio, of course, Pegasus Stark from VDT with 2.33, Mr. White from Evil whoop, whoop, with 1.39, and Paradox from Phoenix Warriors with 1.36.
yeah, and then I see in the chat here, Gerard, recruiting. Yeah, let's not with that.
I think Arprexy and Bender already have a
home, yes.
have plans.
And I reckon that I reckon Zenith has found her roots. So I doubt.
Well, sorry, Gerard, but Z actually belongs to a clan. She's got a home clan that her and her husband run. So
oh
sorry, Nick.
yes, no, that's not gonna happen. Sorry, Gerard. Anyway. Good job. But
Wanda over here says as well, Yaku, you can be like me and change. I want to change my name to Wanda and play for GSG.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's not a bad idea. I'll maybe change it to Josephine or something. I don't know. And then get scooped up by the girls' team or something like
Yakuba.
that. Yakuba, something. All good.
Oh gosh, yeah, we have a comment from Mrs. Black Seder Ranger. It's actually her name on here is Ranger's wifey. He's looking for shit.
Oh, wait, Mrs. Ranger. You know we don't allow poaching, ne? It's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll sort you out, Gerard.
She clearly knows the man she married, this one.
Oh, my word. Nicely done. All right. So, Siki, before I move on to the divisions, do I have to ask what's happening in the chat there? I see there's a lot of action there.
No, just Gerard trying to poach everyone.
Anyway, all right. So moving on to the divisions then for week 12. And I'm going to start at Division 7. And let's see what that looks like. So in Division 7 at the moment, right at the top there, and of course they have played all their games. They have played 11 now, and that is the team of TNT Regicide, and they are on 7,421 points. They are followed very closely by, let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 teams, which are the teams of CTK, Rex, PDT, and the Lords of Latency, who have all got a game in hand still. CTK there on 7,409, Rex 7,191, PDT on 6,875, and the Lords of Latency 6,813 points. Then Team 6 and 7 there, the team of DDGA, so Digital Devils, if you don't know what the abbreviation means, and of course the team of Sicario Death Squad, or SDS, individually there on 4,644 and 3,816. This is actually not an easy division. I think the teams are very, very well matched in this division, and I think the guys are having fun, right? So at the moment, only Digital Devils and TNTR, which played this week, who has completed their 11th game. All the other teams still have a game in hand, right? So we'll see how that turns out. But I don't think Division 6 is as hard as Division 7. Division 7 is as hard as Division 6. I think in Division 6, the teams are even more equally matched at this point. And if I look at Division 6 at the top there, with also with the 11th game played, is the Viserion team, right? And they are on 7,691 points. They are followed again by, 5 teams, everyone with a game in hand, only on 10 games, starting there with MSMK, the Monkeys, 7,170 points. TNT Osiris on 6,974. The team of Zold there in 4th position, 6,738. We then have the team of 4Q2, which is of course 4QM8's second team. They are on 5,122, and they are followed in 6th position by the team of OLG, which is on 4,734 points. So I think also this division very closely matched, and quite a difficult division. Quite a difficult division to play into.
In Division 6 and 7, each of the teams still have at least one game to go. Yes. We do have 2 weeks left.
Exactly.
So there'll be one bar coming through for the guys who are on 11 games already, but the guys on 10 still have 2.
So the guys on 11 will either play next week, or they will play in the last week before the finals.
Yep.
But one of the next 2 weeks they will have off. The guys who have 10 games will all play next week and the week after. And then, of course, we will get to the finals. Now, guys, when I get to Division 1, I will explain a little bit around what the structure for the finals will look like, just in case there are some people who are wondering. We are 2 weeks out from the finals, so we will definitely start talking about that as well. Then pulling up Division 5, and at the moment at the top of the scoreboard there, of course, all these teams have played 12 games. There's no off weeks for these teams at all. And we have the team of OGC there at the top, and they are on 8,853, followed quite closely actually by the team of Falcon Gaming on 8,586, B1 there in 3rd position on 8,326, and right below them the team of Boar with 7,590 points. We then have the team of Phoenix Phantoms, and they are on 5,549. And then, of course, the 3 teams in this division who have forfeited: PWPK, Negs, and Zion, right at the bottom of the table over there. Moving off Division 5 then, and onto Division 4. And, of course, Division 4 is a bit of a difficult division, because many teams here have sustained injury. And because of the amount of injuries, of course, teams had to drop out, or they couldn't make it, or couldn't keep the team together, or whatever may be the case until the end of the season. So I actually feel a little bit bad for the teams that are remaining in Season 4, because of course at the moment, what's the sad thing about for me here, right, is that obviously we work on a relegation schedule, which means at the end of the season you are relegated up or down a division based on your previous season's performance, and there will be one team here that will stay, and there will be 2 teams that move on, right? So it's It's not a great
Well,
situation, but it
again,
is what it
depends.
is,
It
right?
depends on the Division 3 teams and how many of them actually make it through. Because we might
Exactly.
end up with needing to replace 3 teams in that division, and so it's difficult for us to say. I mean, a lot of the teams are like, okay, so if we're on the top of, we number 2 here, are we definitely moving up? What is happening with everybody? Who's going to be in what division? It's really difficult for us to say until we know exactly who is staying for Division 4.
Yes, and of course, how many new teams are entering the league, right? And
Yes.
we'll talk about that when I get to Division 1. So we'll mention that as well. But at the moment in this division, at the top of the log there, we have the team of Fear, and they are on 8,586 points, followed by FTWK on 8,509 points, and then the team of Invasion Gaming, and they are on 8,417. Moving off to Division 3 then, and in Division 3 at the moment we have the Dragon team there at the top, playing very well at the moment. They have, both them and the team in second place at the moment have played 11 games, but Dragon there on 8,121 points. Then we have the team of Project Beta Talkbach there in second position on 6,492. They are followed by the team of 4QM8 on 5,664. The team of Blur then on 5,124 points. And then, of course, we have also the forfeit teams within Division 3. So Dragon actually doing quite well in this division at the moment, right?
Yes, definitely.
Stepping off Division 3
Very good team.
and on to Division 2. And Division 2 is a little bit... it's also a hard division, also not that easy. And at the top there we have the team of FIB, and FIB have played their full 12 games, and they are on 8,984. They are followed actually very closely. That's not a big gap, right, between them and Dark Divine on 8,788 points. And in third position there, the girls are pulling rank on 7,391 points. And again, a very small gap between GSG and Motion Esports on 7,209 points. In fifth position then, we have the team of Project Alpha Tarkmach on 6,500 points. Nice round number there. And they are followed by the team of LLG on 6,307. And then in seventh position there, we have the team of Bob on 5,182. And then unfortunately, the only team that has been disqualified in the tournament so far, 4,987, belongs to the team of Gig. Which is why Gerard was stirring the pot.
Just a little.
little bit. And then Division 1. So Division 1 at the moment, again, two teams that have finished 11 games. They are CPR and the Phoenix Warriors. Everybody else has 10 games, therefore 2 games in hand. And at the top, though, we have the team of CPR, and they are on 7,984 points, followed by VDT in second position, 7,355 points. We have UB then there, coming in strong in third position, 6,555, and they are followed closely by the team of GSE, and they are on 6,503 points. Evil then moving there into fifth on 6,268. And just below them, in sixth position, we have the team of Phoenix Warriors on 6,232. So there we go. That's your Division 1. Now let's talk a little bit about the divisions, right? Well, first of all, let's talk about the finals. So guys, how the finals will work, and please bookmark this part in the stream if you would like to share it with anyone, because I very often get questions right before the final of how does it work. So it's easier to then just link someone to a stream and say, go listen. For the finals, what will happen is after week 14, whichever teams are the top teams within their division will get to play the finals for that division, and it is all score based. So the two teams that are highest ranked, Team 1 and Team 2, will then move on to the finals. Now the let's call it the third place playoff is in the same week, right? So there will be basically 2 games played in every division, 1 game between position 1 and 2, and a second game played between position 3 and 4, and that will determine the positioning 1, 2, and 3 for that particular division. So that is how final week will work. And again, it is all completely score based. Now, after that, all scores are then still added to the tables, but for positioning for the next season, we will use the scores up until the week before final week. In other words, the final week scores basically gets omitted from the tables to determine your placement for the next season. And we work on a relegation structure, which means that in normal circumstances, if the league stays exactly the same as it is, the top 2 teams in a division will move up to a higher division, and the bottom 2 teams in a division will move down to a division below them. However, this does come with a caveat, and that is because every season we have a bunch of new teams that come in. Some teams drop out, some teams want to continue, some teams can't continue because they've lost players or whatever may be the case. So again, that is the relegation structure, but it has that caveat that we can only determine exactly where teams move to or where teams move from once we know exactly what's going to happen in terms of the number of teams in the next season. We've worked out a pretty good structure how to do that, and of course we've done it now through various seasons, so it works quite well, but I always just throw that caveat in there just so that everyone knows there is a caveat to that particular
so just to
statement.
clarify, if say for instance now Division 3 has 3 teams that drop out, we will fill those 3 positions with the top 3 teams from Division 4.
Correct.
Right. So it doesn't necessarily mean just only the first 2 teams are going to move through. If there is more than 2 dropouts in the division above you, you will actually have more teams going higher in the divisions.
Exactly. And of course, that's what the caveat means, right? I mean, at the end of the day, it all comes down to planning. And guys, I don't know if there's people out there that has ever tried to plan, something that involves this many people. It's quite a bit of planning. I mean, if you think about it, on average, there's anywhere between, well, if you go through not only the hardpoint section, but if you also take the domination section into account, I mean, we have registered over 1,200 players for this season. All right. Yep. That's of course with subs and teams and all of that, right? And I mean, we started out with 52 teams. 50. It was 52, yes, 52. Yes. And I mean, we are down to 40 teams at the moment. So again, a couple of teams have dropped out, sustained injury, I don't know, pulled a hammy, broke a shoestring, couldn't make it, whatever may be the case. But we are down to 40 teams at the moment. But in saying that, there is a group that we created for teams on a waiting list for season 4. And Siki, correct me if I'm wrong, but the number on there is there's about 20 teams on the waiting list for season 4, right?
20 to 25. There's also teams on there that have let us know they might be entering more than one team. So just counting the actual teams who've actually on the group at the moment, how many captains are on that group, there's about 25 already.
So, I mean, you can think for yourself, if we maintain, if the 40 teams that are in season 3 in the running, if they decide that they do want to continue into season 4, and you add, 25 to that, we're going to be at 65 teams, which now I don't really want to think about because it really, I got this sudden pain in my left eye. Thinking about trying to manage 65 teams over a full season. But, we're always up for a challenge, right? And look, if there's 65, there's 65, and then we play, right? So let's see how many teams we have for season 4. But yes, about 25 on the waiting list at the moment. And then, of course, from the 52 that started season 3, there is now 40 in the race. And they have another 2 weeks until finals. So let's see what happens. There we go.
Rocket Lynx is saying more fresh meat.
Well, we'll see, right? I mean, there's some of the guys that are on the waiting lists are actually, I actually know some of the teams in there. So yep. Some of them are actually not new to comp, but they are certainly new to Clan Wars, right? And to try their hand at a more skill-based league. Just saying, not poking the bear or anything.
Yeah. Like there's been quite a few of them who've come from other leagues, and are looking. They've heard, that it's managed in a certain way, and they're looking for more stability. I think
Yes.
was the word that one of the teams used. Um, so yeah, I mean, clearly, you know, there are some bad apples out there, who don't get their way and then say nasty things on the internet. But all in all, I think the teams that are still in the race are pretty happy.
Yeah, the other thing as well. I mean, as you know, I mean, Clan Wars has always been a we don't do what everybody else does, right? And for all intents and purposes, we will maintain that, and make it interesting, right? Make it, if anything, we are flexible, right? We can make changes and do things that other people can't. So we hope the guys enjoy it. And by the looks of the waiting list, I'm going to assume that that is the case. And we'll see what happens. But again, that pain in my left eye when I think about 65 teams, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I mean to sound a lot more excited about this, because I'm really happy if there's 65 teams, but I know that we are going to have to employ another league master probably.
Yes, yes. I think there's definitely another league master incoming.
Oh
So if
man,
you
and I
guys,
think Harold is pulling out his hair going, really? Are we going to do stats again?
yeah, I think from season 4 we're probably looking at another stats slayer as well to assist Gerard with his stats, and then probably another league master.
Yeah.
So if you guys are that way inclined, and you are looking to help out, please hit us up.
Absolutely, guys. If you do think that you would like to get involved with something like that, either in a league master capacity, or maybe you have a knack for stats and you can help out our stats master, Mr. Blacksaddle Ranger, then give us a shout. I think that if we are on the path that we are now, at least with 25 teams on the waiting list and possibly 40 teams already entering, 65 teams is a lot, and we will definitely need some more assistance from that side. And please get in touch with us, either myself or with NSeeker 707, and we can talk about it and see whether there's an opportunity there. We will definitely appreciate the assistance. Talking about
Two musts though. I have to interject here quickly. There's two
Yes.
essential musts for people who would like to do this. First of all, you have to be organized, and secondly, you have to be committed.
Yes, and well, I've got a third one. Please have the game. I had somebody the other day contact me and said, "Listen, I really want to get involved and I want to help out." And I'm like, "Okay, so how often you're online?" And after a little bit of a chat, we realized that the person didn't own the game, which was sort of, it didn't make sense, right?
Yeah.
So there's a third one. Please own the game, of course. Right. So, Sika, before I move on, because there's something that I want to quickly say, but I also see that there's a lot of things happening in the chat. Anything I need to call out or say?
Just that apparently Gerard is driving Letitia crazy with the stats. We apologize from our side.
I'm very sorry. I'm really not.
And apparently he talks about it in his sleep.
Oh, well, that's probably not a bad thing to talk about in your sleep, right?
Which is great.
Yes, I think so as well. I mean, there's nothing like a good KD 12 o'clock at night or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That was worth calling out, mate.
And Gerard's saying, I think Gerard's a little bit biased in this one, saying Clan Wars is the best managed comp from all the comps he's playing in.
Yeah, probably a little bit biased.
Is it because you're part of the management team?
Probably a little bit biased, but that's okay. I'll take it. So, speaking about people and how great they are in terms of helping us, I really do want to give a big shout out to our League Masters. That's, of course, Little Green Monster, who is Lisa, and we have Roxanne, Helgel,
yes,
from PDT, and we have Ian, who is Toxic Monkey, and then of course we also have Gerard, Blacksaddle Ranger, who's our stats master. And guys, if you are taking part of the tournament, or if you come and see the recap show every week, these guys really do a fantastic job at getting the scores in, getting the teams to schedule their matches, and absolutely, I really try and call them out whenever I can or whenever I remember, because it is really, really just awesome working with them, and the League Masters really make the team work well. And then, of course, Sika, also you, right? I mean, your organizational skills absolutely 200% better than mine, making it work, and all around, right? Getting the new teams on board on the waiting lists and that sort of stuff. So that's absolutely great. So yes, I just wanted to call that out, because we were talking about League Masters and people helping us out, and then I thought, what, I really have to remember tonight to give those League Masters of ours a big shout out, because it just wouldn't work without them. Absolutely not. Yep. There we go. Right, Seeker, I'm going to give you an opportunity, because I've been blabbing all night, and I'm going to give you an opportunity to say what you want to say.
Well, you kind of took my part, because I usually thank the League Masters. And that,
yeah, I know. After I started saying thank you, I was like, but you probably wanted to do that. And then I was like, okay, I'll just finish.
No, it's all good. Like, I mean, our job would be 1,000 times harder if we didn't have the people on board that we do. Honestly, you can, any time of the day, just pop a message in the group and something gets sorted, or ask a question and there's answers to it, and it's amazing. You guys do such a good job. I can't imagine how we would cope without you.
And you know what? You start realizing it here towards the end of the season, when everybody starts getting tired, and it's been a long season, and you've had issues to sort out, and teams have been playing, or they haven't been playing, or they've had load shedding, or this or that, whatever. Then you realize that yes, if I had to really respond to these 400 messages by myself, it would be a very difficult job. So there we go. All good. But guys, again, the reason why we are talking about this, at the moment, we started season 3 with 52 teams. There is 40 teams still in the running at the moment, so the numbers are not really that less on a weekly basis from a stats perspective and that sort of thing. But of course, a few teams have dropped out there, but 40 teams at the moment in season 3. But we have 25 teams on the waiting list for season 4. So potentially there will be 65 teams for now. And you know what I'm saying? 65 teams for now, because you know what happens a week before the season kicks off. You have an immaculate amount of teams that suddenly realize that they also want to be part of it, and they come streaming in. So 65 at the moment is what we are looking at, and because of that, it's a little bit more work than season 3. And if you are out there and you are a potential league master, or a stats master, or a stats slayer, then please get in contact with either myself or NSeeker707, and we'll have a bit of a chat, and some good help is always appreciated. So
yeah, and guys, just one other thing as well. We also don't, we're not limited to just a new league master and just a new stats slayer. That's what we are specifically looking for the new season. But if you have an inclination somewhere, and you think that it could be beneficial towards Clan Wars, and the organization of things, come have a chat to us as well. I mean, we didn't have stats until Gerard came around and said, look, I can do this. What about if we did this in the in the league? And obviously it's working very well, and it's really interesting to be able to call this out every week. So I mean, like I said, it's not limited to those are the only 2 things we're looking for. Sometimes we don't even know what we're looking for. So if you have an idea on how to make things better, or how you can possibly help us out, give us a shout.
Absolutely. There we go. Sika, that is all that I had for tonight. So any last words from your side? Anything that I missed? Anything else that I need to call out? Hey, I see Deadshot joined us. Today, Deadshot, we spoke about you earlier, bud. So if the Deadshot only joined now.
He was here. No, he was here earlier as well.
Oh, I was about to say, you're late, buddy. You're late. Right, what else, Sika? What did I do? What did I miss?
No, I think that's pretty much everything that we needed to cover tonight.
Looking forward to the games this week.
Yeah, we've got 2 weeks left. We've got then the finals after that. a little bit of a break, and season 4 will kick off. Da, da, da.
Okay, but I was asking you, are you looking forward to the games this week?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's but you are playing this week, right? I mean, Evil.
Yes.
Is Evil playing this week? Yeah, there we go. Who are you playing? Do you know?
UB.
Oh, that's going to be fun! Yay!
Yeah.
Nice. I think I'm gonna try and watch that as well. Anyway, guys, from our side, again, if you have joined us for the recap show tonight, thank you very much for joining. We really, really do appreciate your support. If you, of course, like what we are doing here at Clan Wars or what we are trying to do with the recap show, remember to give us a like on this video. And if you're already subscribed to the channel, you are awesome. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please become awesome by hitting that subscribe button and also the bell to get your notifications whenever we go online. This week was absolutely awesome, and I'm really, really looking forward to next week. Of course, next week, week 13, the pre-finals. So there's 2 weeks left after that until the finals, week 13 and week 14, and then we will have finals week. But I'm really, really looking forward to see who are those teams who are going to be able to stick it out and eventually get to the top of the table. But I think that is what we had. Exciting all around. From my side, I think, guys, that's all. I'm Yakasal for Battle Bros. Leave no one standing.